So this week we're going from one blue bottle to another blue bottle that Diageo does. This is the Haig Club Clubman, and it's not actually in a blue bottle because I've just got a sample of this, which was almost a waste of time, which we'll be getting into fairly shortly, because this is cheap whiskey. I've never tried this particular iteration before. I've tried its more... Is it actually more famous at this stage? Because this stuff's gotten pretty ubiquitous. The Haig Club, which is like the big blue perfume bottle, this is a more kind of like... more what you would expect from a whiskey bottle. It's more square-shaped. I'll have to flash a picture up at some point and make sure I actually do it for a change. You know, do your editing, John. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to John Drinks, the channel where I, John, have a drink. And today we're looking at some grain whiskey. Now, I did a quick bit of research about this. David Beckham seems to love the stuff, or more specifically, he loves the money he's getting for it. This is... I don't want to say the first attempt, but like... the first big one that I can think of for trying to make grain whiskey a mass market product. There's probably going to be people commenting downstairs now being like, oh no, actually there's this, that, and the next thing. Hedonism by Compass Box, okay, you've got me there, you know, that was a single grain, but... actually no, that was a grain blend, sorry, I beg your pardon, it was a grain blend, what am I talking about? But... it's not what I would call mass market, you know, it was still on the side of kind of like your enthusiasts, your people that have been drinking whiskey for a few years and then wanted to go, oh, what's that, you know? This is not that, this is, hey, oh, we're off to Trisha's tonight to get fucking lashed, innit, yeah. Hey, what you getting? Oh, that's on offer, oh, grab it, we'll get fucking tontoed, yeah, Toto, yeah, what? More kind of the market, and I don't mean that in like an insulting way, although I probably insulted a fair few people with that impersonation. Let's get it in a glass and find out. Now then, when I was doing a bit of reading about this, other than the obvious stuff, what surprised me was that Diageo are very upfront where this comes from. This is Cameron Bridge. It says so right there on page 1 of the website. It's grain whiskey from Cameron Bridge, which I was surprised to see them actually mention that, because it's not... sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't declare where their stuff comes from. Like the Singleton, for example, you know, they do declare the distillery, but it's, you know, it's kind of squirreled away. You might not even necessarily notice it if you don't know what you're looking for, and it's the Singleton name that you're probably going to spot first. Same with this, you know, Haig Club being a brand, it's named after the Haig Distillery, which I do actually have a bottle over there, and it's just out of arm's reach, and I can't be bothered up getting to go get it, so I'm not going to. Now, I've definitely heard mixed things about this whiskey, leaning towards bad, so I don't know what to expect from this, but I'm gonna try and give it the benefit of the doubt, because again, I like my grain whiskies, and I want them to do well, so if this is helping open up the market for that, I'm here for it. However, they have not so long ago released a Haig Clubman Orange, which, seriously, did everyone just suddenly discover that they could make orange-flavoured stuff? Like, you know, Terrier's Chocolate Orange had been sat there for about 1 million years, and everyone was like, eh. And then suddenly, like, last year, everyone was like, oh my god, orange exists. Yeah, we know. So, on the nose. Creamy, vanilla-y is kind of... it's kind of like melted ice cream, but there is also a, like a... There is an alcohol prickle to it. Yeah, there's, it's a little fusile. It's a little bit like a red currant kind of a thing. It's got a... acrid's not quite the right word. It's like kind of like a bitter fruit kind of a component, like what you get with like red currants and that kind of a thing. Little raisiny. primarily vanilla, a little orangey. It's not an offensive nose, I've got to say. I'm not hating this so far. So, I mean, that's good, if nothing else. So, comment down below if you've had the Clubman before, what you thought of it. Now, this isn't its stage, you know. This is kind of like putting a musician on stage to do Shakespeare. You know, it's not what it's here for. This is meant to be mixed. Now, whenever a whiskey or anything else says that it needs to be mixed, I tend to start having kittens because I'm like, oh god, what am I gonna get from this? It is a touch plasticky, but I've definitely had worse plasticky smelling whiskies than this. So, but it is there. You tend to get it with grains no matter what, because they are usually, by nature of there being grain whiskies, they're usually quite quickly made. Their main job is to be economical more than anything else. Okay, what does it taste like? Quite sweet. Vanilla-y, kind of like a custard cream and brandy. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like if you dunked custard creams in brandy, actually. It's like some kind of waspy grandmother. It's a little hot. Again, that kind of plasticky thing is coming through. It's kind of like if you've ever tried eating Play-Doh. I mean, I didn't hate eating Play-Doh as a kid, but, you know, that was me as a kid. It's a little tropical as well, actually. There's like a little bit of like a banana-y thing going on, which I'm here for. This would be a fun one to put into like a blind tasting and then watch people kind of stumble over themselves a little bit, because do you know what? There's more going on to this than I was expecting. Like, I was expecting to come into this and this be like a comedic video and just be like, ugh. But actually, it's not. I don't mind this at all. Okay, alright, I'm on board with this. Well, there's a surprise. Yeah. I like something affordable. Who'd have fucking thought it? Yeah, you can get this for like 18 quid in like Sainsbury's and stuff. It's very readily available. And I'd be quite keen to do things with like highballs and stuff like that, because I quite like playing around with long drinks. I know I just said, you know, I get a bit funny whenever they say it's designed to be mixed, but that's when they're kind of like, oh, just stick Coke in it and call it a day, you know? Actually doing something like with a highball that's a bit interesting, I'm here for that, because that's, you know, doing something. There is a bit of heat to it, but it is absolutely by no stretch the hottest liquid I have ever had to stick in my gob hole. Wow, I did not think that sentence through for a second, did I? Move on. Yeah, but it's nowhere near as rough as I was expecting this to be, like getting strangled, you know. And it's really not that. It's quite vanilla-y and sweet. And do you know what? You can sip that. I don't expect many people are going to, but you could. And again, you could have some fun with that in a blind tasting. So actually, here for it. Yeah, that's the Haig Club Clubman, and I don't mind it at all. So there's the shock of that. Yeah, whiskey of the year, right? I won't go that far, but I mean, yeah, pretty good value grain whiskey. And bear in mind, you've got to pay David Beckham to like mince around in his knickers as well, advertising this, you know, and he's not cheap. I mean, morally he is, but not. Anyway, let me know down below if you've tried the Haig Club or the Haig Clubman or the original Haig whiskey from like the 70s and stuff. What do you think of it? Let me know down below. Should I do more grains? I say this because I'm going to, so just more kind of, you know, tickling that algorithm again. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and comment and thumb and all that nonsense. And do join me next time, where I'll be drinking something else.